Hello, everybody. This is Ming Chen,
Hi, I'm Mike Zapsik from AMC's Comic Book Men.
and you're watching AFK, the AFK show, our favorite show on the planet.
One of.
One of. So you're watching the right show. Keep watching, and keep watching.
And keep watching. And keep watching. Don't stop.
So we got any wrestling fans in the house tonight? All right, well, if you like me, grew up watching wrestling, we got a well-known man that's going to come up here and talk to you, known for wrestling in the NWA, WCW, and 2 stints in the WWF. Also known for his wrestling move, a lot of folks know, the DDT. Mr. Jake the Snake Roberts.
You suck.
Hard to follow that up.
Hell, man, you must be giving away free potato chips or something, huh?
Well, first of all, thanks for coming to Waco, Texas.
No problem, man.
All right, so you've had a long wrestling career.
Yeah, 40 years. That's fairly long.
Ooh, man. If you had to pick out a couple matches that probably the most memorable, would there be some that popped in your head?
Oh, there's probably a dozen that pop into my head. I mean, Andre the Giant was certainly a special moment. I'm kind of disappointed in the fans thinking that I had a chance to beat him. God, y'all stupid. And you think he's afraid of snakes too, right? You stupid little kids. Anyway, wrestling Macho Man was a treat because the snake bit him, and I loved that. Wrestling Ricky Steamboat was always a pleasure. There was a guy by the name of Len Denton that was very special because he was called the Grappler. And, he's the guy that I invented the DDT with. And it was always great performing with him. Man, there's been so many more. Ronnie Garvin. I mean, my God, hands of stone. And trust me, those hands are made of stone. He used to jack my jaw every damn night, man. But any time that I was in the ring, it was a special moment. You don't understand. I loved what I did. I would have rather wrestled than drink water. That's just the way it was. I had such a passion for it that no matter how bad I felt, and there were moments that I was sick, and there was too many moments that I had a hangover, and I would go out and I'd get in that ring, and it was all gone. I felt perfect again. And that's the way I felt every time I got in the ring. I felt like I'd been given a gift from God that said, go out and have fun for the next 20 minutes because after this match, I'm going to kick your ass. And that's basically the way my life went.
And I'll tell you, with the voice like that, you scare anybody from not wrestling anyways.
Well, this voice, it didn't happen just by smoking and drinking whiskey. Actually, this voice happened because the guy dropped a knee in my throat and crushed my voice box. So this is as loud as it gets. I mean, I can't scream at you. So if you start screaming, you win.
Okay, so one thing you're well known for, well, the Python for sure, but the DDT, what went into the thought of that, and did you think it would ever get as big as it did?
I knew it was something special the first time and it accidentally happened. It wasn't something I drew up on paper and thought about. I was actually wrestling the guy, the grappler, And I hooked his head, and he went to push me back in the corner. And when he did, he stepped on my foot, and we both fell. It knocked him out. I spun to my feet because I felt really stupid. I must have tripped, and good guys don't ever trip, okay? Good guys make no mistakes. They're princes, they're all perfect, and so I jumped to my feet like, I didn't fall down, and he's laid there. I'm like, damn, what did I do to him? And once I figured out what I did to him, I just started replicating it. As far as it being what it's become, no, nobody could have judged that and thought that. It does me so much good, though, when I see guys do it today. Number one, because they don't do it right, And number two, everybody gets up. And when these guys do it, people used to ask me, do you get mad that they're doing your thing? I'm like, no, man, I'm glad. I'm glad because every time they do it, the guy gets up. Everybody goes, when Jake did that, you didn't get up. That's fact. And they still wouldn't get up.
I was trying to find people to demonstrate it with, but I couldn't get any volunteers.
Ain't happening.
All right, if any of y'all would like to ask questions, we got the mic over here, so if you'd line up over there, Jake will answer some of your questions as well. So you were talking about Andre the Giant. You're not a little man, 6'6", something like that.
6'5",
he's 6'7",
7'4", 7'5".
I guess Giant's a good name for him.
Yeah, 5'50", 5'60". I mean, 10 pounds is nothing once you get up that high. The worst thing that he ever did to me? I'll tell you two things that he used to do to me a lot. Number one, he used to knock me on my butt. Then he would stand on my hair and grab my arms and pull, which ripped my hair out. And what are you going to do, get up and slap him? But the other thing that he done should not happen to anybody. He knocked me down in a corner one night, then he sat on me. I was on my side. And then my shoulder started vibrating. I didn't know what was happening. He farted on me. Yeah. And in case you're wondering, giant farts last for a long time. I mean, my shoulder vibrated for like a minute and a half. And then when he got up, I had like a stain on my shoulder, like a birthmark. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, what we got over here?
I wanted to know is, why did you always carry a snake to the ring, and what it was like to wrestle people like Andre and Hulk Hogan and a Macho Man?
Why did you carry the snake to the ring?
Well, you got to carry something to the ring if you're wrestling those people. And as far as the snake thing goes, here's some news. I hate snakes. I'm terrified of snakes. I'm scared to death of the damn things. But years ago, I was riding down the road, listening to Monday Night Football, didn't have much to do, and I was smoking pot. And I thought of this great idea. It's like, if a guy had a snake, he like carried it to the ring, and then he like put it on his opponent, it'd really be cool. And then I went and told the promoters, and they're like, that's a great idea. But I just forgot to mention the fact that I'm terrified of damn snakes. So it just goes to prove how big a whore I am. I mean, you pay me enough, I'll put a smile on and wear a pink tutu out there. I don't give a damn. Yes.
At WrestleMania, who's going to win the World Heavyweight Championship title, Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns?
I hope Roman Reigns does. I don't much care for Lesnar. Yeah, part-time wrestler. You got it.
Compared to you when you were in the ring with Andre the Giant, how big was he compared to you, if you could do that?
He was double my size.
Double your size?
Wow. Yeah, he probably defecates and leaves a bigger thing than me, so what the hell. Yeah.
Hello. If all your matches in the world were deleted, and you only could save one match, what match would it be and why?
If all the matches in the world were illegal,
that you're in, all the matches you're in.
If you could only redo one match.
If you only could save one match.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. You got to understand, I love every match, man. When when you love every match, it's sort of like, okay, what's your favorite kid? Well, I love them all the same, which isn't true. I know Mom loved me more. Next.
What do you think about today's wrestling compared to wrestling?
It does not compare at all. It's two different animals. The thing that they're doing today, okay, that's what they do today. I mean, just because it's a new car doesn't mean it's better.
It's not wrestling.
You got that right.
Before you got into the business, who did you idolize? And today, is there anybody out there that impresses you?
Was there anybody you idolized before you got into wrestling that you looked up to?
Without knowing who I idolized, it was my stepfather. He was a great, great man, and he loved me very much. I just wished that I'd tore down the walls that separated us, because I was some pretty screwed up kid. I had a lot of things happen to me that aren't right. And for you kids out there, if things are happening at home that aren't right, go to somebody and talk. Save yourself a lot of therapy time. Yeah, especially you. Yeah, I'm not afraid of you, man. I'll kick your ass. Yeah, all right. Yeah. I won't beat her, but I'll beat you. Yes.
As a kid, who was your favorite wrestler?
Well, unfortunately, my father wrestled. He was a lot bigger than I am. He was 7 foot and 425 pounds, so I guess he was my favorite, but I didn't know him that well.
So you, for 40 years of wrestling, what was your worst injury you had?
Probably the 2 discs in my neck that got blown out, but that wasn't really from wrestling. That was getting hit in the head with a guitar. Yeah. Oh, you mean they have props? We didn't know that. Yes, sir.
First, I want to say thanks for, grew up watching you, so thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
My question is, the younger wrestlers today, it is different. Do they show you respect?
Yeah, I don't know if it's out of fear, if it's real, but yeah. Yeah, they do. Most of them are Jake the Snake fans. The ones that aren't are just stupid. So there you go. Girly boys. I can't help them. No, most of them do show a lot of respect. And I appreciate it and I demand it. If you're going to go out in that ring and dance with that lady, because to me, being in that ring was like making love to my wife. And unfortunately, it was the only wife I didn't cheat on. Yeah, I'm not proud of that either. I made a lot of mistakes in my life, but when it came to that ring, I gutted it, man. I gave it all, and these days I'm trying to make up for lost time. I wasn't a good father because I was always on the road. I chose wrestling over raising children, which isn't right. I chose wrestling over everything. And unfortunately, somewhere down that road, I started trading off wrestling for my new favorite love, which was drinking and doing cocaine. I'm proud to say that I've been sober now for some time, and I'm clean. Yeah, man. In fact, there'll be a movie coming out real soon called The Resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts, and it's the whole path that I made doing the recovery, and there's a lot of it is pretty raw because it's all real. And if it hadn't been for my friend Diamond Dallas Page, I wouldn't be here today. I'd be dead, no doubt about it. I was trying to die, and I was working hard at it, overtime. But you know something? My history will not be my destiny, because we all have a right to change about who we are, and what we do. If you're struggling with an addiction, whether it be food, drugs, or sex, Yeah, I know. Still hung up on that one. No. Got over that too. If you're struggling, don't be foolish like I was. Reach out and get some help, because there are people out there that can help you. And if I can make it, so can you. Come out the other side.
And a reminder, we do have where you can ask questions as well for Jake the Snake. And one big honor you had last year, speaking of Diamond Page, you were inducted to the Wrestling Hall of Fame. How big of an honor was that for you?
It blew me away. Number one, I didn't think that Vince McMahon would let me back in the building. Well, the drunks and drug addicts sometimes say a lot of stuff that isn't true. I know you're shocked. I know. But I said some things that were pretty harsh and that were just out and out lies about the WWE. And they had to be the bigger man and forgive me. And they did forgive me, and I'll always respect that and always be grateful to them. The WWE has helped me with my recovery. To this day, they still pay for some of my therapy. It's not cheap. And the most important thing is that I continue my sober years. And that's my goal today, is just each day, man, put that one down, because I got 3 years now, man, and I'm starting to feel human. And by getting sober, I've actually had the opportunity to fall in love with somebody, myself. Because these days, I can look at the mirror and say, you know what, man, that's a stand-up guy. You know what, man, he's a good dude. You know what, man, he's a good father. Yeah, he does the right thing every day. And that's something I could never do. And hating yourself is not fun. It's miserable for you, and it's miserable for everybody that's around you. Another good reason to get clean. Speaking of help, you need some.
It's day to day. It's day to day, you know.
Your parents should forgive themselves.
I want to ask you, what was your most memorable match that you had in the ring?
Again, too many of them, man.
Too many?
Way too many. You missed the answer earlier, I guess.
Maybe so.
You're blocked out by that hair.
Yeah, it blocks a lot of things coming in,
there's
especially
only
from
hope.
my wife. Hey, thanks for all you're doing. I'm sure you're helping a lot of people.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
So when you put the list of all the famous wrestlers you worked against or fought against, I mean, it's endless, but we've talked about Andre the Giant and Macho Man. Hulk Hogan was another one that you wrestled against. What were those matches like, and how was he on the...
Next. He wasn't on my list, I'm sorry.
You also did stuff with Undertaker as well, right?
Yeah, I had good times with him.
He's another big man himself.
Yeah.
Doesn't weigh as much as Andre the Giant, I'm guessing. But.
No, big guy, and had a great career, and a lot of respect.
And reminder, folks, you got the opportunity to ask questions. So wrestling took you all over the place. What was probably the craziest place you wrestled at in other countries and stuff?
On top of a department building in Tokyo, Japan. I mean, it was really weird being on the 40th floor. What the hell? You know? And it was raining. Damn it, there's that son of a bitch that went to get my food and didn't come back. Prick. Yeah, now it is. Yeah.
That's
Go
who
back
we're going
and
to practice.
Get some hot food.
That's who we're going to demonstrate the DDT on right there.
Okay.
Jake, if you got a chance to either any past wrestler or present wrestler, you got a chance to kick their butt again.
Bray Wyatt.
Who?
Bray Wyatt. Yeah. I find Bray's work exciting, fresh, and very, very good. I would love the opportunity to be in the ring with him.
And again, reminder, folks, we got still time to ask some good questions. One of the best wrestlers of all time. So, you're most well known for your time in WWF, but how was your stints in WCW and NWA?
WCW sucked. NWA was all right, but some of my best work was done in Mid-South, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Houston, and certainly a lot of fond memories there.
Now, you said you love the time in the ring, but how much work is having to put in when people aren't watching all the practice and the traveling and all that?
I never practiced wrestling once in my life. I learned the hard way, the trial and error method. It's not something I would recommend because there were some broken bones that went with that. But I never practiced. You know, that's what they do today. You know, I didn't need practice. No. A lot of the hard work back in the day was just making the trips. Because back in the day, you drove to each town 7 days a week, no time off. You know, the fan doesn't realize that in my heyday, we were flying to cities every day. I wrestled Ricky Steamboat 91 days straight, every day, 20, 30 minutes every night, man. And there were a lot of times that I probably shouldn't have went to the ring, you know, and now I'm finding out about it. You know, I have problems with my speech and my memory, and you know, I kind of get a giggle out of it because they're talking to the NFL about trauma to the brain. You know? I wrestled for 40 years, and they asked me because I did some tests because I am having problems, and I said, okay. I wrestled, you know, 320 days a year. It's fair to say that I had 4 or 5 concussions a year, times 40. That means 200 concussions. I know that the years that are coming for me, I just pray that God makes them easy for me because I see some bad times coming. And it's a horrible thing. I'm starting to experience some of it now that sometimes I'll be doing something. I just forget what the hell I'm doing or what I'm saying or where I'm going. It's not fun being in a grocery store and all of a sudden not realizing why you're there. That's not funny. And, you know, but maybe it'll give me a chance to have some lovely nubile woman take care of me. I'm single. Do you like snakes? Me either. All right.
So you were talking earlier, folks weren't in here, that surprising Jake the Snake, you didn't actually like snakes. So what was the travel arrangements like if you didn't like them but you still had to have them on you?
I had to carry the sumbitch with me in a big box. Yeah.
I guess did they get you over your fear, or you still hate them just as bad?
I still hated them even more. You have a snake chew on you, you'll find out you don't like the sumbitches either. I don't know why I wasn't like Billy the Bug. Just carry a cockroach around, you know? I mean, if I put the cockroach up your nose, that'd mess your head up, right? Look how much it weighs. That snake weighed 100 pounds. You know how much fun that was carrying everywhere? Every friggin' hotel room I went in, it had to get out at night, didn't it? Yeah. Where are you going to put it? In the bathroom. You know what it's like going and taking a leak at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're drunk and there's a friggin' 12-foot python in there? No, it's not fun trying to piss around that. Forget about doing the other thing. You think I'm going to sit there and the thing's wrapped around the toilet? Hell no. All right, guys, I got some warm food I'm going to go over there and eat, so I hope you're done with me.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And do remember, you can stop by Jake the Snake Roberts' table and get autograph and picture with him. After he eats. No snakes. All the rules there. All right, and we do want to thank everybody for coming out to the Heart of Texas Comic-Con, made possible by our sponsors, Bankston's Comics and Collectibles, located on Valley Mills here in Waco, and also us, KWTX, which is your local CW network. Also, like at the Hot Con on Twitter. You can follow those guys on Facebook as well. Thanks.